Hi Aries, this is your January 31st through February 6th weekly tarot reading. I do 5 separate spreads in my weekly readings. We'll have a spread on new love, a separate spread on love in an existing relationship or marriage. I'll do an X spread. We'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances, and we'll see what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, subscribe, and share this video to support this channel. This first spread is on new love this week. We have the Queen of Wands, clarified by the Two of Cups. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the King of Wands, clarified by the Fool. In the potential outcome, we have the Ace of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune and the Empress, and we also have the Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fellow fire sign, another Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Well, Aries, this is love at first sight. Definitely love at first sight, and it's mutual. It's like you won't even know what hit you, and neither will they. Love at first sight. And it's all systems go. Right? So it's kind of symbolic that the cards came out the way they did. We got the Queen of Wands originally with the Eight of Wands and the King of Wands. You know, I could have stopped right there. I could have stopped right there because the Eight of Wands in between the King and the Queen of Wands is a card of Cupid's arrows. So you are being struck. The Cupid is really hard at work, but I think it's going to be like an easy work for the Cupid, so to speak. Right? You're definitely falling in love with each other. Right? I qualified the Queen of Wands, kind of assuming that would be you, Aries, and the Two of Cups came out. You know, the Two of Cups is a card of a soulmate. It's a card of unconditional love. It's a card of two people in love with each other. Then I clarified the King of Wands, kind of asking how would the King of Wands feel about it, and the Fool came out. They are ready to jump in head first. They are ready. They're doing it right now, perhaps. Right? So that's the connection. It's an instant chemistry, instant connection, love at first sight. There is no other way to interpret this. Right? In the potential outcome, we have the Ace of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune and the Empress. It's an amazing potential outcome with two major arcana cards being there, but the Ace of Wands is all about a brand new beginning, right? Passionate new beginning, beginning between two fire signs, perhaps. Like I said, the two of you are ready to go. The Wheel of Fortune, the first major arcana card, is a card of starting a new cycle, a very fortunate new cycle. The Wheel of Fortune is always good news in my spreads. Then we've got the Empress right there. So this is the way this person sees you, right? They're looking at you as someone they want to spend the rest of their life with. They're looking at you as someone they want to marry, have children with, because the Empress is the mother of the tarot deck, and it sometimes comes through as somebody who is expecting a baby. So this is the potential, right? Basically, this is like an upgrade from the Queen to the Empress. I'm not saying you're not the Empress right now, but this is just a status change, right? And besides that, the Empress is abundance in its purest form. The Empress is one of the most positive cards in the deck. And in my spreads, the Empress usually shows up as a sign from above or a stamp of approval for a connection to move forward. And that's exactly what will be happening, I think, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Wands. Right? The Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck all the way to your right. This is a card of somebody who made up their mind, somebody who made a decision. And I think that's both of you. Very quickly making up your minds about what the two of you mean to each other. Like I said, we do have the soulmate card on the table. And you're not hesitating, right? The Eight of Wands, by the way, the card in between the King and the Queen of Wands, it's one of the fastest cards in the deck, right? So it's going to be bam. It's like a freight train coming in, hitting both of you in a good way, right? The Eight of Wands is also a card of communication, a lot of communication, back and forth communication. The Eight of Wands is also a card of travel, so the two of you could be traveling together, or some of you could be meeting each other while you're traveling, traveling far or near, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's an instant connection, instant chemistry. This person doesn't have to be a fire sign. You know, whenever a king and a queen of the same suit come out in the same spread, that means that you are a perfect match. And in this case, it's like the two of you are two partners in crime, right? Hopefully not literally, but it's going to be easy. You know, you will have a lot of things in common. You'll want to do all the different things together. Both of you are really easy to get up and go. You know, very enthusiastic, very fiery, very passionate about each other and about what the two of you want to do together moving forward. Wow. Yeah, love at first sight. Really happy for you, Aries. Congratulations. Aries, if you'd like to see the extended for this new love spread, the link is in the description box down below. In the extended, I'll do 2 or 3 more spreads. Depending on how the situation unfolds, we'll take a look at what to expect between you and this person moving forward, and we'll get you an advice for this whole situation. Aries, if you are already married or if you're in a relationship, this spread is for you. We have the 5 of Wands clarified by the 7 of Wands. We have the King of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune clarified by the Queen of Swords. And we also have Temperance on the bottom of the deck. Alright guys, so you're fighting. Fighting over something, actually over a particular thing or over a particular something. Right? And each one of you wants it done your way or wants to move forward the way you envision it. Yeah, so swords are out this week. But I believe Temperance on the bottom of the deck all the way to your right is the most important card in this reading. So Temperance is all about healing. Temperance is all about patience. Temperance is all about, you know, burying the hatchet. But swords will be out. The two of you come through as the King and the Queen of Swords. Two very powerful individuals. No one wants to give up, right? And the 5 of Wands clarified by the 7 of Wands, the two cards on the left, is what's actually happening. The 5 of Wands is a card of a conflict, it's a card of a fight, it's a card of an argument, right? And the 7 of Wands, clarifying the 5 of Wands, this is each one of you is defending your position, right? Each one of you wants to get your agenda through, or if you are thinking about starting something new or going someplace, then you want it to be done the way you see it. The Wheel of Fortune, clarified by the Queen of Wands, is what's on the table right now. The Wheel of Fortune, it could be literally you guys are thinking about going someplace, you know, for a vacation or a weekend getaway or what have you. The Wheel of Fortune could be about moving, right? So perhaps you want to move or you want to move in together. Or the Wheel of Fortune is the start of a new cycle. You know, you could be thinking about taking a class together, but you're arguing over, do we want to take a pottery class or do we want to take a ballroom dancing class? Right? So there's definitely an argument, and none of you wants to give up. None of you wants to capitulate. But as I already mentioned, Temperance is the most important card here. So don't argue. Don't fight. Just compromise. I'm sure you'll be able to find a common solution, a common ground. Alright, cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Aries, this week. Keep in mind, it could be somebody from a couple of months ago, a year ago, or a couple of years ago, so it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. We have the 6 of Pentacles, clarified by Temperance. We have the Page of Cups, clarified by the King of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Swords, clarified by the 4 of Cups, and we also have the Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or a Sagittarius. Well, I clarified every single card that came out. I don't usually do it, but it was kind of unclear to me until I clarified that 9 of Swords, the last card that came out. So, yeah, your answer is going to be no. You know, I think it's just too late. The ship has sailed. Even though this person will make a very loving, serious attempt to get back into your good graces, but no. It's just too late. Yeah, the King of Pentacles in the middle, clarifying that Page of Cups is the person trying to get back together with you. It could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, right? If they're not an earth sign, this is somebody who is perhaps very grounded, somebody who doesn't make any sudden moves, and perhaps they're just too slow. You know, they were too slow to give you what you deserve when the two of you were together, or, you know, it kind of looks like you were under the wrong impression when it came to this connection at the beginning, like in the past. You were under the wrong impression. I don't know, for some reason it keeps popping up in my head. But then it became a major disappointment. And now when this person comes back, they will try to offer you what you were hoping to get out of this connection the first time around, and you weren't asking for much. You were just, asking. You just wanted to be treated, a certain way, and there's nothing wrong with that. And they just couldn't give it to you, or they just didn't get it. Like I said, this person is kind of slow, and then it became a major disappointment. And now that they're ready to give it to you, and it's just too late. So the Six of Pentacles, the first card that came out, this is a card of a balance. This is a card of an equal give and take. This is a card of balanced type of a connection between two people. And this is what they're ready to offer you now, but it's too late. Temperance, clarifying that Six of Pentacles, is all about healing. It's all about burying the hatchet, getting back together. This is what they're trying to do. Then we got that Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is a card of an apology. We also have the Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So this is all about love, genuine and authentic love, to be honest with you. But no. The Nine of Swords, clarified by the Four of Cups right next to the deck. The Four of Cups is a card of a rejection. I think this is you rejecting this person. And the Nine of Swords, this is you. The Nine of Swords is usually a card of somebody who is really stressed out, somebody who can't sleep at night, somebody who's got anxieties. And it's just very frustrating. This whole experience was very frustrating for you because, I don't know, the two of you just couldn't get on the same page. And therefore you're like, all right, so if we do get back together, we'll be back to that same misunderstandings all over again. So therefore you're saying like, no, it's too late. This train has left the station. All right, cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Aries. This week we have the Four of Cups, we have the Empress, we have the Chariot, and we also have the Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Cancer. This can be interpreted in so many ways. Basically, there will be an offer presented to you, and you're going to say no to it. Right? Perhaps you're doing really good, or perhaps you have a different thing in mind, right? You have a different solution, or perhaps you're facing two different offers and you're rejecting one of them, right? But there's definitely something being rejected, and I don't think that's you who is being rejected, because you're doing great. The Empress in the middle, I think that's you, Aries. The Empress, when it comes to work, business, and finances, this is financial abundance. This is you who's doing great, or perhaps you have something else in mind, different from what you're being offered, and you're just going to proceed in that direction. You're going to pursue that other opportunity, right? So the Four of Cups, the first card that came out, this is a card of a rejection. So you're rejecting something. The Empress, as I already mentioned, that's you, or financial abundance. Then the Chariot right next to the deck, this is you moving forward, or this is you feeling victorious about rejecting this offer. Right, or like I said, you're moving with a different company, with a different offer. You're accepting another offer, and the Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. This is you pretty much walking away from that offer, right? For some of you, it could be as small as, say, you want to sell a car, and somebody makes you an offer on the car, and you're like, no, that's too small. Or perhaps you own like a vintage car, and you drive it down the street, and somebody approaches you and say, hey, I'll give you this much money for your car. And you're going to be like, no. I'd rather keep my car. It could be as simple as that. Or it could be as global as, you rejecting one business or work or investment opportunity offer and moving forward with another one. All right? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen, Aries, this week. We have the Chariot, we have the Star, we have the Three of Pentacles clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, and we also have the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Cancer or an Aquarius. This looks a lot like the work, business, and finances spread I did for you a couple of minutes ago. This is a different deck, by the way, but it feels the same, right? So for some of you, you will be rejecting one offer and moving towards another offer. For some of you, say you're looking for a job, right? And you get an acceptance letter, and you're going to take it back to your old employer and show it to you, and they will try to, keep you and counter offer it. So you may go for either the counter offer or still the offer that the new company is offering you. But either way, you're moving away from something, you're leaving something behind and moving towards something else, right? Yeah, the Chariot is a card of victory. The Chariot is a card of moving forward, right? And not looking back. The Star is a wish come true. By the way, the Chariot is a Cancer card. The Star is the personal Aquarius card. So those two people could be involved. But the Star is a wish come true. Something we usually wish for or hope for a very long time. Perhaps you had a dream job in mind, or perhaps you always wanted to make a certain amount of money. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. If we're really good at something, we should be compensated accordingly. That's my personal belief, right? The Three of Pentacles, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, right next to the deck. Both cards are work, business, and finances cards, right? And the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, it's one of the best cards when it comes to work, business, and finances. That would be you. And what's interesting is that the Nine of Pentacles is often called the Empress of the Minor Arcana cards. And in the previous spread, the work, business, and finances spread, we had the actual Empress. So that is still you, right? The Nine of Pentacles is a card of somebody who is rich or is about to get richer, somebody who is being paid, somebody who's cashing in, somebody who's got money in the bank, somebody who's doing great financially, right? So there's definitely some sort of a wish that is being granted to you this week, and in the process you'll be rejecting something, right? One of the offers, or rejecting the offer from your existing company, right? Something great is about to happen. Something great is about to happen when it comes to your work, business, and finances. And that's what you're not expecting, Aries. All right, then that's what I got for you for this week. Hopefully it resonates, and hopefully I'll see you next week. And other than that, Aries, have an amazing week.